Hi guys, it's John from ReelBlue Custom Rods, and today I'm going to demonstrate a couple different techniques that you can use next time when you're wrapping a roller tip top on one of your big game builds. Like this one here. It's the AFCO standard roller tip top size 12. But first, I'd like to remind everyone about my membership offers here on YouTube. There are 3 levels to choose from. There's the member, the elite member, and then the super fan. And each of them offering different perks, if you will, building on the membership level before them. With membership fees as low as $2.99 all the way up to $24.99. So when you get a chance, please go to my homepage here on YouTube, click the join button, and just check out and look at the 3 levels of membership offers that there are and see if one of those you might be interested in, and then go ahead and join. As I think, memberships are another great way really to support the channel. And that being said, I always do appreciate everything that you guys do to support, myself, ReelBlue Custom Rods, and this YouTube channel here. It allows me to make these videos and help, give people ideas on rod building and then teaching people different techniques on how to build them. So again, when you get a chance, please check them out. Now back to wrapping these roller tip tops. So for the first technique, as you can see here in this image on the screen, you can wrap a roller tip top just at the base of the roller tube where it and the rod come together, just like in a normal tip top that you would do on a spinning or a casting rod. And what this technique does for you is by placing a few wraps of thread where they meet, it helps provide a stronger hold once the finish is applied and dried. That's because we have given the finish something it can absorb and bond to during the drying process, right? So when we're placing that thread, right here where the rod blank and the bottom of the roller tube meet, that's going to help provide, a stronger bond. Now, the second technique, the one I'm going to show you now, is a different take on the first one, but one that I think still improves the strength of the bond between the roller top and the blank, which will help reduce the chance of any failure while you're out trying to land a big, the fish of a lifetime. And it's also a way to add a custom look to it, like you can see in this picture here on these rods that I built for red rum sport fishing. So you see I can actually put some inlays in there on that. So now to get started on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my straw technique. Got my straw. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Go ahead and take that tape off. So I'm just going to use my straw real quick. I'm going to go ahead and pull some of this blue thread out because I'm going to use a piece of this. And then what I'm going to do is, you guys see me use, the straw technique before. So I'll make 5 wraps with that blue thread. And this will be the first one that I put up here by the bottom of the tube. Again, I'm working on the bottom side of the rod. Okay. And I'll show you why I started with this blue color. This blue is really going to be the color that I'm going to take up on this on the second. Up on the tube of the roller top. But the next color I want to do, I've got 3 colors I'm working with for my tag wraps. I've got this metallic blue, this white, and this green. Both the metallic blue is the metallic blue. The green and the white are color fast threads, so non-color preserver or NCP thread. So they've already been treated. So again, 5 wraps with the metallic thread. Again, all I'm trying to do is get my tag wraps added in there. And then, hey, if this is your first time seeing me or anybody else for that matter using the straw method for a tag wrap, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know that's the first time you've seen that. I'm telling you, I think it works really well. The only thing about it is you just got to make sure you get, when you're cutting your working ends of the thread, you just got to make sure you get down there nice and close on the, you get there nice and close on your working ends when you cut it with your razor blade. So now I'm just pulling a piece of white thread. All right, so I'll come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll have one more tag wrap after this. That'll be that olive drab or forest green color. Actually, not olive drab, but a forest green. Oh. That actually might be all right. And come back with my razor blade. This is what I was talking about. I want to get, let me go ahead and zoom in for you. Right there, I want to get as close as I can to the end to make sure I get a good cut on it. All right, and I'll leave it like that for this green one. That white one should be okay, I think. Then I'll come back with the green color. Again, my forest green for the tag wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be my last tag wrap, like I said. Pull my straw out, slide my thread down. Take my working ends of the thread, pull nice and tight, and then get that blade down there right on that edge, cut it. And then the same thing right there. Yeah. So now I have my tag wraps on there, and you can see that little white piece came out, but I'll hit that with a little bit of heat later on before we do the wrap. So let me go ahead and zoom out. All right, so now what I want to do, that I have the tag wraps on. So as I showed you guys in the first technique, just by adding some thread here below the base of the roller tip, just by adding some threads right here at the base of the roller tip, if I did like I did on the first technique where I just put some finish right here on top of the tag wraps in the first portion of the roller tip, that in itself, just like in a normal, casting or spinning rod build, just by doing that, you're giving that finish something to, absorb, like I said earlier. So it'll penetrate that thread. And then once it dries, it's a tighter bond against the rod versus just the finish on the rod and the finish on the tube of the roller top. And it works fine. The next thing that you can do is something like here. So, the second technique is I'm going to take my thread. And so I really got 4 tag wraps on there, right? So I have the green at the bottom, the white, the metallic blue, and then the navy blue. And the reason why I started with the navy blue is because I'm really going to start right back on top of that. And all I'm going to do is build up right on top of it. And I'll come back. Well, actually, I'm going to leave that there for a minute. Now I'm just taking and twisting my rod. I'll grab this working end, pull it, get it nice and tight. And so the purpose of adding that blue before the metallic blue is it gives me, and back it off a little bit, and then get it started like I want it to. It gives me, a spot to build up some of this blue thread before it gives me a spot to build up some of this blue thread without overtaking the metallic thread that I put there. I'm just going to give a few wraps. Slide it down. Pull tight one last time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, cut that working end off. Now I'm just wrapping and then packing this thread down on top. There we go. Got it going nice and good there. So you can see I'm just wrapping that thread down along the tube of the roller top. I'm just going to give it a stop real quick. Rotate. All right. And just keep rotating the rod. Now, if I wanted to, so the theme that I'm going for here this is a 3-rod build that I'm doing for a customer. And so the first one I've already finished, and I just decided to keep this all blue. But if I wanted to, I could easily come in, with some white thread or the green thread and come in and start an inlay, right? So I can cut a couple pieces and then start coming in with an inlay to make an inlay wrap. But that's not what I'm going to do, all right, for this build. But that is a great way for you, like I was saying earlier, to really customize, the tip portion of the rod, which when you think about it, right, like a lot of people, whether they're custom rod builders and or, big commercial companies, a lot of people don't put effort into decorating the tip. And it's just another way, again, to show or to provide something really custom or customized, to your customer. And the reason why you don't see this in commercial rod builds is why. The first reason is it's all about time. It's about how fast you can turn a rod, or they can, produce rods and get them out on the market. And this is just another thing that takes time and cuts away from, getting those builds out. So, but I like doing this. Again, it's just another way to make sure you got a really good, secure tip top. Because like I said, if you're fighting a fish, fish of a lifetime, nobody wants a failure when you're out on the water, right? So I'm just going to continue wrapping this. We're almost done. All right, so we're getting down towards the end. We can see we got a little space there right here, right? So it's the way it's manufactured. It almost, it has like a little lip like that on there. That's a great spot to finish your wrap, if you will. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put a little slack in there. And then I'll make sure I'm lined up on the bottom part and come in with a piece of scrap thread and then get ready to tie off my wrap. Do one more for good measure. Bam, just like that. Okay, come in, cut. All right, we pull that through. Let me go ahead and zoom out, guys. I'll put my finger down, pull it tight. All right. Come back with our blade right there on top, get a good cut. And now I'm just going to come back with my trusty Flex Coat burnishing tool, and then I'm just going to smooth those threads out a little bit, make sure I fill it in nice and neat. And that's really it. Just like that. That's how I like to secure, my roller tops. Again, the second technique that I prefer to do. Again, just another way to really truly customize a rod build that you're doing for yourself, for your family member, for a friend, or if you're actually in the business of making fishing rods like I am, it's another way to, really customize the build for your customer. So I hope this video gives you, a better understanding of how to wrap roller tip tops, the two techniques that I like to use, and something that you can put in your toolkit when you're building your rods. And if you got a lot out of it, go ahead, hit the like button down below, and feel free to share this with somebody that you think would get something out of the video. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for supporting me. I really appreciate all the support you guys provided me on YouTube. And watch this next video here. So thanks again. Until next time, see you later. Bye.